Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nexus Tarot. My name is Nicole. Today, we're going to be diving into and evaluating your current relationship with someone. This reading it can be applied both romantically or platonically, or maybe both. You know, relationships can be both platonic and romantic. You could be best friends with your romantic partner. But anyway, this reading is a timeless reading. So if you've clicked on this video, no matter when you've done so, the messages in this video can still apply. You'll be choosing from these three piles or decks. You can pick more than one pile if you feel called to it. As these are generalized readings, you can just accept whatever resonates with you, and if something doesn't resonate, then just ignore it. I felt today called to use seashells instead of crystals for these decks. I like seashells. They felt right. So if you wish, you can kind of use the seashells as well to help you decide for the pile. Feel free, as always, to use the timestamps provided to jump to a particular reading and to jump around to any part that you listen to. I'm going to leave you for a minute or so to meditate on these decks, and then I will see each of you in your reading. Hello, pile number one. This is going to be your reading about you and one other person that you're thinking of, basically evaluating the relationship between the two of you. It's still not. Here we go. All right, we're evaluating the relationships for number one. What is the relationship? Is the relationship dynamic between them? All right. Nice. Okay. So, this person that you're thinking of kind of tends to come up as the Queen of Cups. They are very nurturing and creative, and they very much are in tune with both themselves and also your emotions. So they're actually that's actually quite positive. But and yeah, they tend to see. I know the nine of swords tends to be a scary card when it's upright, but when it's reversed, it means that whatever this person does for you, they make you feel better about yourself, and they give you such good vibes. Normally you're someone who, like, before meeting them or being around them, you are very much someone who tends to overthink things and just have like a lot of anxiety and tends to overthink things to the point where it even affects your sleep and your dreams. But when they're around, they give you very much, they're very much in tune with the emotions, with your emotions, and they can basically make things very, put things into perspective for you very much. They are, I'm feeling very positive about that. When together, you two basically know how to prioritize, know how to put things into perspective of, let's see, like normally whenever this one is upright, it's walking away from the things that doesn't serve us emotionally anymore. Like you together, how do I phrase this? This spot in the spread is supposed to be your strengths as a team, and I'm trying to put into words that basically explains this in a way that my brain is all over the place. I'm getting a lot from this. Basically, together, you guys can tackle the things that you're afraid of. And it is such, this is such a positive, I'm getting such positive vibes, it's almost overwhelming. But normally when you guys are apart, you tend to let the things that you're afraid of very much overwhelm you. But together, you guys bring such calming energy to each other that you're very much able to mellow each other out. Where you guys struggle though is being around, adding additional people into the pile. When additional people tend to come into play, I feel like, honestly, I think the both of you might be a little empathic, because whenever this card comes up, it's very much about like social groups and having fun and sometimes even parties. But when this card in this spot, being that it's what challenges the two of you together, I feel like that whenever you guys are out in like crowds, you tend to absorb a lot of that energy, and it very much can cause the two of you guys to revert to the things that you're like, your anxieties with each other. When it's just the two of you, you tend to balance each other out and keep each other in check. However, with the underlying issue that you guys have with the Six of Swords is, I think you both feel a little stuck. You guys feel a little stuck and you guys want to move forward, but you guys are just not sure how to go forward, whether that's romantically or not, or you just want to further your relationship, even to just go places. Like, I think you both have issues going traveling. Again, with the crowds, you probably have really a big problem with airports and maybe even just boats, because, they're in a boat. I think you guys want to travel and you want to experience life, but you guys have a huge issue with that. Maybe it's a scheduling issue. The word schedule popped into my head a little bit there. I think when the two of you are together, like, you have such precious time together that it probably doesn't happen very often. But when you guys do have time together, it is so precious, but you just don't have the time to like plan long-term trips. I think scheduling is probably the biggest issue for the two of you, that you guys want to spend more time with each other than you can. It's funny that this card, the Queen of Swords, comes up in the spot of the spread of like finding better ways to communicate with them. I think the way that I'm getting this is, the way that I'm reading this is, I think you guys very much are so in tune with each other emotionally that it's so easy that you guys just don't have to speak with words very often. But it's important that just because you understand someone, sometimes they want to hear what you have to say. Sometimes it's, you know what the word is? You know what the vibe I'm getting just now is, and how to explain it? The people that we know, when you know that someone loves you, but they just don't say it enough.
Does that make any sense? Like sometimes, like even with like my own parents, like they always tell me like if I haven't said I love you today, I just want you to know that I love you. They always try their best to let me know as often as they can that they love me, because they know that there are relationships out there, even with parents and daughters, and even with like partners, like, you know, husbands and wives, or even just like just regular partnerships, where people just sometimes take for granted that they just assume someone knows, but they don't say it enough. I feel like that's probably something that you need to work on more with them, and even with them with you, is making sure that you are telling them how you feel as often as you can. Overall, this relationship feels very positive. It almost overwhelmed me in the beginning on how positive it felt. This is a very healthy relationship, to be honest with you. I think you guys just need to work on your schedules more, so that way you guys can have those long-term trips with each other and actually go out and do things that are fun. Let's see here. Let's get my romance angel cards here. Let's see if we can get anything a little extra. The signs are cautioning you. Pay attention to red flags. Yeah? I think that definitely ties in with this Queen of Swords. Again, making sure that that you are communicating with this person. Again, sometimes we just take for granted that we expect someone to just know what it is that we're thinking of. And I think with you too, that definitely plays out a lot in your relationship. But sometimes you have to make sure to pay attention to the red flags, that maybe there's something that's bothering them, and you just need to address it vocally. Just go up to them and be like, hey, I noticed that you've been acting a little weird lately. Like, is there something that you want to talk about? I think that's honestly what it is. You guys are so, and again, that's with that scheduling thing. I think that you guys probably lately have been having issues spending more time with each other, that probably things are being left unsaid that they really need to be said. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Again with the trips, I think, again with the scheduling, I think the two of you are being spending a lot more time at your jobs. It's why you are not able to spend as much time with each other, even going out and spending, even if the social, being social with other people is not your vibe, you guys still try to do it, just to something that I personally do as well. I'm a very introvert, but I try to force myself into extrovert situations just to make sure that I'm not being a complete hermit. I think like you guys are probably working really hard on your career, and it's affecting your guys' relationship a little bit, and affecting how much communication you guys are having with each other. Keep an open mind. Open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I don't know if you could. I don't get a whole lot of vibes of romance with this, but it very much could turn into romance. Maybe that's something you need to keep an open mind with. Maybe honestly, that's the thing that's bothering them. The red flags is maybe they want to further relationship with you, and they're just not sure how to bring that up. They don't want to ruin a good thing, basically. They're afraid to take that next step and see if the relationship can turn into romance or not. Almost forgot one card when I picked up this deck. House 4, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. Yeah, I think honestly, you two have probably been working very much on the home life, making sure you guys are taking care. Each of you are probably working very much on the finances to make sure that, you know, your home life isn't suffering. Actually, I feel this one. Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. It's very much in ties with the Queen of Swords, someone who's very methodical. Yeah. I think if you want this relationship to further into something romantic, you need to be ambitious, but be realistic and keep and just do it methodically. Do it smart. Don't just drop it the you know don't just like drop it unexpectedly on them. Probably build up to it. Try to feel them out a little bit. Feel out the emotions and stuff like that. Feel out how, just maybe do a little bit of flirting. Just a little bit of, friends flirt with each other all the time, even platonically, but it's making sure you're paying attention to the flags and keeping an open mind and making sure you're just paying attention on how receptive they are to the flirting. House 7. Profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. Yeah, I think if you wanted this to be something romantic, it could very well turn out well. You two have already got such a great emotional connection, and you guys can take care of each other very well in how you guys manage each other's fears and doubts and anxieties. That I think if you wanted this to be romantic, you could very well take it there. But if not, if this is something you just want to remain platonic, I think it's still going to be a very profound relationship, no matter what. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and giving a like, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is your reading about your current relationship, evaluating it. Oh, it's not in my way. Okay, this is number 2's relationship. It's their relationship dynamic life. So that they're oh boy, interesting. Well, this person, your life, basically what they bring to you is they bring you a lot of acceptance. They make you feel accepted. They make you feel wanted. And they make you feel like you're important to them, which is great. This is great. Normally when it's upright, it's about feeling dejected, not realizing what it is that you have, and just kind of only looking at basically the glass half empty. When it's upright, I usually feel like, and especially since this is how they are, their purpose in your life, this person is meant to make you feel accepted. They are meant to make you feel, I think it's almost in a way like help you learn to love yourself again. How they affect you, like their energy, I think they bring a little bit of chaos into your life, quite honestly. I feel like your life has been very stagnant and very sort of like, what's the word? Like your life kind of has been like the same over and over and over again. But they bring a little bit of chaos into your life. Everyone needs a little bit of chaos. When this card's upright, it means very much like looking ahead and having a plan. But I think they tend to bring you that little bit of chaotic energy that organized people tend like overly organized people need to have in life. You need to have a little spontaneity in your life. Sometimes just having a plan in your life every single day just gets boring and it gets stale. And where they your guys' strengths as a team is just be overcoming those thoughts that are very negative. This is actually a very nice reading now that I'm looking at it. I think you both definitely bring a lot of the good aspects out of each other, and they bring out a lot of the good aspects in you. They definitely probably make you think about things a little less logically, a little less straight-laced, and they bring the chaos into your life, but in a good way, in a very much in a good way. They make you think about things that have affected you negatively in the past. They probably honestly, you know what this makes me think of? The phrase that came into my mind. Every bad mistake and hurt that we experience shapes us who we are today. We can't just be the sum of only the good things. We are the sum of the bad things, and and who you are as a person, how they make you feel as a person, that they make you feel like that is good enough. The sum of who you are is good enough, including the bad bits. I think what you guys probably have challenges with each other though, and even just going forward, is probably just making new experiences. I think what they bring to you is the new experiences that you're needing. You have been very much been sort of feeling like maybe even a little depressed, but you just don't know where to go in life. You don't feel very creative. You don't know what to do. You want to discover something new, but you have been unsure how to do it. And they bring that for you. They make you feel like there is something new that is being brought. They're probably bringing in new emotions. I think what you need to be careful of is understanding if these feelings that they bring you are platonic or if they're romantic or not. I think that's the challenge right here is differentiating the types of feelings that you're having with them, because they bring a lot of feelings to you, and you probably bring a lot of feelings to them. But I think right now the challenge between the two of you is understanding what type of relationship this is meant to be. I think an issue you have is, even with each other, is probably feeling like things are too good to be true. You feel like this relationship is too good to be true, that you're feeling a little like maybe just what we have as is enough. But I think you're wanting a little bit more, but you're just not sure if you should shoot for it. You're feeling a little bit like depressed about it. Again, you're probably falling back on your depressed patterns, and you are thinking that this relationship is too good to be true. I think you just probably need to make sure you speak to them. I think you need to maybe take a little trip with them, take them out for coffee, take them out on a little, maybe like a boat ride, a ferry ride. I think you just need to spend some time with them and actually talk your feelings out. Just be like, hey, I'm very much getting that this relationship is on the new side, and probably just be honest with them. Take a little trip and be honest with them and lay out your thoughts and your new feelings, and just be like, hey, I've been feeling a certain way, but I'm not sure if these feelings are, like honeymoon phase feelings, or if I want to further this relationship. And I think you might be surprised that they probably have been feeling the same. I very much get that this is it's a reciprocal feeling. I think you just need to air it out, and you guys just need to make sure you are patient with each other and take things slowly. That if you do want to push this into a romantic relationship, you are just doing it baby steps. I think you very much need to do baby steps with this if you want to push this into something that's romantic. Let's see if we can't get a little bit more clarity from these cards. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I think, yeah, if you're attracted to them, I have a feeling they're attracted to you. And they're attracted to you just by enjoying being around them. They enjoy being around you, and you enjoy being around them. And I think you just need to make sure to remain your authentic self. And if you want to push this romantically, I think you just need to always keep in mind to always be yourself. Don't ever try to mask yourself. Sometimes whenever we meet new people, we try to present the best versions of ourselves, almost to the point where it feels a little fake. And then we slowly kind of chip away at the mask, and then we reveal ourselves. I think you just need to try to do your best to remain your authentic self with them at all times. Don't put up the mask that you've put up around other people because you're afraid that they're going to let you down, basically. Especially if you want to, if something romantic is something you want to push further with this person, you must always remember to be your authentic self. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. That's pretty straightforward. You should not, if you want this to be romantic, don't force the issue. Just be honest. Air out any past heartbreak that you've had. You know, maybe be a little bit spontaneous about it, but just let things unfold as naturally as possible. If it's meant to be a relationship that's romantic, it's meant to be. If not, then you have got someone who is a great friend. Wedding. The situation involves marriage. But again, you gotta let things unfold naturally. If you want this to be something that where this person's your life partner because they make you feel so much happier about yourself, you have got to let the situation unfold naturally. I'm feeling this one. North Node, destined to have. Yeah. Stop feeling like you're not destined to have the things that you need, that you deserve. You need to have a little bit more hope in your life. Be more optimistic. Be more optimistic about things. Start looking, I guess that one wanted to come out. Pluto, transform. You need to transform yourself. You need to transform your negative emotions into something positive. Transform, make sure you are being your authentic self, but just transform. I think you just need to have a rebirth going on. You need to make sure that you are being authentic. Water, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Great pairing card with the Ace of Cups. Trust your intuition. Always be listening to your gut. Always act with compassion. You know, nurture any of the new emotions that you have. And if you two are spiritual or not, make a little prayer. You know, have a little faith. Have a little faith that things are going to work out well, but you just have to be authentic and be natural about it. Right, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you start looking at things a bit more happily soon. And if you liked this reading, I hope you consider subscribing and giving a like, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is your reading about evaluating your current relationship with someone. I'm going to move that. All right, so let's get started. What is the current relationship like? What is the dynamic of their relationship? Well. Interesting. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not getting a whole lot of great vibes from this reading. This one right here, the star reversed, is about you basically not having very much hope. I don't think you have a whole lot of hope with this relationship. Because the Page of Swords, this one right here, the spot, is how this person's energy affects you. I feel like they probably make you feel a little childish intellectually. Like the vibe that I get is that when they speak to you as if you're a child, almost. All right. They don't make you feel like you're successful. Like together, like I feel like they probably overshadow you a little bit in the relationship, and you very much sometimes feel like you're I don't like this reading. I'm sorry. I'll continue. I feel like they basically they probably take a lot of credit for a lot of things that you deserve, that you need to take credit for. I feel like to like normally this justice card is all about like balance and cause and effect and duality and being fair. And in this part in the spread, it's supposed to represent like the challenges that you face as a team, and I don't think things are very fair in your relationship. I don't think things are very balanced, and I think that a little justice needs to I think you need to bring the justice hammer to them. I don't think they've been making you feel very good about yourself. They've been they probably also spend too much money. They make you feel they probably are spending all of your hard-earned money. I feel like you probably might be the moneymaker in the in the group, but they take all of the credit and they spend all of your hard-earned money, and they just basically leave you with nothing. Maybe they came into the relationship with a lot of debt, and now you're struggling to pay for all of that debt. Because justice, legal matters, like it could be a marriage contract. If you guys are already together and married, I feel like you guys are probably a little down on the dumps right now. You're feeling very uninspired, and you want to act and do the things that you're passionate about, bring back some passion projects, but you've been unable to. And it's probably been bringing a lot of toxicity into the relationship. Oof. I don't feel very great about this reading. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh man. Oh, the vibes that I get from this. Yeah. Like, this is supposed to be such a hopeful card. Like, when things are at their worst, a star is supposed to lead you out of the darkness. But it showed up reverse for you. And I feel like they probably, honestly, if you guys are already together, when you guys met, it probably did start out as something like this, and you guys thought you could be victorious over any of the struggles, like you could work through it all. But I feel like it's taken such a turn, and it's been quite the opposite of what you thought things would be. I don't think you ever thought you'd feel like destitute to the point where, but at the same time, I think there is help around, and you just probably are not looking for it. I think there's some sort of help around that has been hitting you in the face, and you're just not looking at it. This little girl is outside in the cold, but she's sitting outside of a church where churches are open, or open doors, and she could easily go inside and be warm. And I think you probably need to rediscover any of passion projects that you've had. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. My dog was whining at me. Yeah, I feel like you need some kind of change. Like, this card is supposed to be very optimistic, like sort like, but at the same time, I think they make you feel like they talk down to you, and I don't think you deserve that at all. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't get some additional positive messages on how to fix this. I think this is it. You need to probably, there has been something that's been sit in your face of how you can get out of this, and you've been probably ignoring it. Yin, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. I think you have been ignoring probably your intuition a little bit. You've been ignoring the things that you know is to be fact and true, and how this is not supposed to be unfair like this. And I think you need to start listening to yourself. I think you already know the answer. You're smart. They might like to say that you're not smart, but I think you are smart. You know what you need to do. And I think you need to go with it. Jupiter, grow and expand. You know exactly how to grow and expand. You know exactly how you're supposed to take action and actually reclaim your victory. You just need to trust yourself. You need to trust yourself and ignore whatever it is that they've been saying. I think you were very much smarter than you let on. House 4, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. I think your home and your family life, and probably even your parents, have been probably telling you things that you are slowly realizing are as the truth. They are probably that safe haven that you've been ignoring up until now. And I think you need to stop. You need to trust in them. Like, I know it's not true of every family, but maybe even some close friends of yours, but like, generally the people that have stuck with us throughout all our lives will always have our back. Let's see if we can't get anything from these cards. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Like, I think you've been holding off and waiting on acting, but I think you really need to make a change very quickly. And you need to do it very soon. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Maybe you need to start flirting with other people. Maybe make them realize, if you want to stick with this person, make them realize what they're missing out on. Like, I feel like you are someone who is very smart, who can be very successful. And I think they've started to take you for granted. And I think you probably need to make them a little jealous. Don't cheat on them. Cheating is never good, but a little flirting never hurt anyone. And even if you do it openly in front of them. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Yeah. Maybe you just need to take a break from them. I'm not sensing that this is going to be a relationship that you separate from. It could very well be. Like, it could be like a complete separation. But I think you guys need to have a break. Maybe meet someone new and flirt with someone else, because they are definitely not making you feel great about yourself. I don't think this was the life that you imagined for yourself when you guys got together. And this could even just be a toxic friendship. This doesn't have to be a marriage. This could very well just be a toxic friendship. Maybe even a roommate. I think probably maybe even your roommate. If it's a roommate, I think they probably lost their job. And now you've been struggling to make ends meet for the two of you, and you really shouldn't have to. You really shouldn't have to. Like, if this was supposed to be like a temporary thing, cool. But it's probably gotten to a point where it's very much out of hand and something needs to change. They probably, honestly, need to get help. They probably need to seek help from, maybe they need to move out and go back home. I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but that's probably something that is needed. Sometimes people need a little tough love. Once you reach rock bottom, there's only one way up. There's only one way to go once you reach rock bottom, and that's up. I think they probably haven't quite reached rock bottom yet, or even you haven't reached rock bottom yet, but if you don't make a change, if you don't trust yourself, I think you might eventually reach that rock bottom much sooner than you expected. Hence why you need to make changes very, very soon. Well, group number 3, this wasn't the reading I was hoping to see, but I think it's probably the reading that you needed to hear. I hope you evaluate your life. And if you liked this reading, please consider subscribing or giving a like. And I hope to see you all in my next reading very, very soon. Bye-bye. All right, and before you go, I want you all to please remember that tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only, as we all have free will. The outcome depicted in these readings are not set in stone. You are the creator of your own destiny. Please, please, please let me know if there's a particular reading you'd like to see down in the comments below. And I hope you all have a very wonderful day, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye.